Please be seated. Class of 2026, family and friends, welcome. Let us mark this auspicious occasion with the land acknowledgement and an expression of gratitude. The campuses of Wake Forest University School of Medicine and Winston-Salem reside on the ancestral lands of the Tutelo, Occaneechi, and Kiowa nations. Additionally, we recognize that North Carolina is currently home to at least 10 other indigenous tribes. We enter this time together in Wake Chapel with respect and reverence for this land and remain appreciative of that as we continue our event today. Dear graduating class, may the spirit that awakens us to love and compassion be with you today, as you, along with all who witness this moment, mark your dedication to serving others through the practice of medicine. You have been shaped and supported by many, those in your family, your peers, medical education faculty and staff, and the countless teachers who have guided you from your earliest days until now, including patients who taught you through their trust, their stories, and their vulnerability. I invite you to take this moment to offer a silent prayer of gratitude for all who have formed and accompanied you on this journey. Today, all here join you in solidarity and joyfully bear witness to this significant milestone in your education. May it be so. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Susan Wente, President of Wake Forest University, to the podium.
Good afternoon. Oh, this is a quiet room for so many people. And yes, this is a serious occasion, but it is also one so filled with joy. We need to take this opportunity to really appreciate that for our class of 2026 of the School of Medicine. My great welcome to all of you today. That's more like it. I do want to start simply, and that is that we all know that the decision to pursue a career in medicine was more than a career choice. That decision was a calling, and we're seeing that calling one step further come to reality today. I think this is because medicine really asks something more of people, of those special people who choose it. Now, it definitely asks for expertise and discipline, but it also asks for endurance, humility, sound judgment, and the willingness to care for people during some of the most vulnerable moments in their lives. Perhaps the stillness in this room is because that responsibility is profound. And you may feel that today as you're thinking about these steps forward. But we are celebrating because you have prepared yourself to carry that responsibility forward. During your time at Wake Forest University School of Medicine, you have devoted yourselves to long, yes, very long, hours of studying, clinical training, research, discovery, collaboration. This has required diligence, resilience, and at times sacrifices of time with family and friends, of sleep, but we can make a huge list. But during that time, you have learned how to diagnose and treat illness and disease, to heal, and to chart paths back from medical challenges for your patients. But I also trust that you have learned how to listen, how to build connection, and how to see your patients in their full humanity, and to care for them not simply as cases to be managed, but as human beings to be cared for. Over the past months, I have found myself reflecting on what it means to choose a career in service to others. That spirit of service is so deeply present in this community. Perhaps that's why you chose Wake Forest University. At Wake Forest, we speak often, very often, about pro humanitate. In medicine, that commitment is manifested every single day in the lives you care for, in the discoveries that you pursue, in the ways you serve communities. I am especially proud of the way Wake Forest continues to expand its impact in medical education and academic medicine, from Winston-Salem to Charlotte, across the broader Advocate Health network. Indeed, you are entering a profession at a moment of great change. As we could say, that one word, technology, may be shifting the ways that over your career you will diagnose, treat, and care. But because of those shifts, that's why your education here has been even more important. The world needs physicians and health professionals who are excellent clinicians, as well as compassionate human beings. It is my hope that you will take all that you have learned here and lead with compassion, remembering your calling in service to others, and always striving to see the humanity behind every diagnosis, every chart, every encounter. It is a tremendous honor to celebrate this moment with you. I'm incredibly proud of you and look forward to hearing about all you do and your careers ahead. Congratulations, graduates. I would now like to welcome to the podium Dr. Ebony Boulware, Dean for Wake Forest University School of Medicine, Executive Vice President for Academic Health Affairs for Wake Forest University, and Chief Academic Officer of Advocate Health and Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist. Dean Boulware.
Thank you so much, President Wente. Hi, everyone. My heart is very full as I look out and think about all of the pride, gratitude, and the deep sense of accomplishment that we have for today. To the families, friends, and loved ones gathered here today, thank you. Your encouragement, your patience, and your belief made today possible. You stood beside these graduates through every challenge and every milestone. This moment reflects your presence in their lives as much as it reflects their achievement. To the faculty and health system teammates who were involved in these students' lives, thank you for the time, expertise, and care that you've given so generously. You've guided these graduates with intention, shaping not only their understanding of medicine, but the way they will carry themselves in moments that matter. Now I'm to the class of 2026. Before I even get started, this is a very solemn, serious moment, but I'm going to take the dean's prerogative and give you one last assignment. And this assignment is we're going to play Dean's Simon Says. Okay, so anybody remember this term Simon Says? If Dean Simon says it, you got to do it. All right. Simon Says, stand up. All right. Simon Says, give yourselves an applause for making it through an amazing journey. All right. Good job. Now, Simon says, turn around and give your family and friends and loved ones applause. Okay, so far so good. All right, now, since you're looking so good, I'm not sure you're ever gonna look this good again. I'm gonna take a photo of you right now. I gotta catch this moment. Okay, now I gotta get a selfie with you because I don't wanna forget this moment. Guys, raise your hands and let's do a great selfie. All right, I think I got a good one. Okay, everybody can sit down now. Oh, Simon says. Good job. I see we've got some expert Simon Says folks in there, players in there. All right, so class of 2026, you're now taking your place within a community of physicians. Our community is grounded in a long tradition of service and one that's been part of this institution for more than a century. At the same time, the experiences that shaped your path have been distinctly your own. You began your training in 2022, for the most of you, during a period of significant change. Healthcare systems have been adapting, expectations have been shifting, and the demands placed on physicians have been evolving in real time. You've learned how to move forward in the midst of that complexity, developing resilience and a steady sense of purpose. During your time here, you also saw this school grow in meaningful ways. The vision of our one school with 2 campuses became a part of your daily experience. You were students who saw that expansion come to life. While you began your journey here in Winston-Salem, you were the first class to experience the full opening of our Charlotte campus. Whether you spent your final rotations here in Winston-Salem or cared for patients in Charlotte, you've demonstrated that our school is not defined by a single building, but by a shared spirit that spans beyond any given building or campus. You've balanced the rigor of high-level science with the heart required for true healing. As you move forward as new clinicians, the world will offer you many ways to measure your progress. It'll speak in terms of productivity, efficiency, and performance. Those measures have their place, but they do not tell your story. A wise person once said, "Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value." That idea offers a steady guide. Achievement reflects what's been completed. Contribution reflects what is given. In medicine, what you offer is often felt more than it is measured. It is present in how you listen, how you respond, and in how you carry responsibility when others depend on you. A patient may not recall every detail of a treatment plan. What stays with them is the way they were treated by you, the sense of being seen by you, and the reassurance that they were not facing their situation alone. In our profession, we often talk about a North Star. For centuries, travelers relied on it, not as a destination, but as a point of orientation that kept them from losing their way. In your career, your sense of what matters will serve as your North Star. When the environment feels demanding, when you're faced with a choice that's not straightforward, or some other obstacle comes in your way, that internal guide helps you stay aligned with your purpose, to elevate hope, and to treat every person with dignity. The work you're entering is not done alone. It depends on collaboration, coordination, and shared responsibility. You will work alongside nurses, therapists, technicians, and fellow residents, and the strength of your practice will not rest solely on what you know, but how you work within those teams. There'll be many moments when the pace is intense and the pressure is real. In those situations, it can be easy to let routines take over. I encourage you to approach those moments with intention. Let what matters most guide how you act. So I want to ask you this directly. What are your values? How are you grounded? And how do you show up? When the pressure mounts and the hours grow long, do you stay connected to the humanity that first brought you to medical school? Do you carry that same sense of purpose into every interaction with your colleagues, your teammates, and your patients? Those are not abstract questions. They shape how you practice, how you lead, and how you care for others. We're continually advancing what is possible, and our work spans everything from cells to communities, working to ensure that discoveries and innovations reach people where they are and where they need it most. At the same time, there's a dimension of care that no technology can replace. A machine, such as an AI, can generate an answer, but it cannot offer presence. It can analyze a symptom, but it cannot offer understanding. There's a space within medicine that belongs entirely to your human connection, and that responsibility now rests with you. Carry a pro humanitate spirit into every encounter. Hold yourselves to a standard that is both simple and demanding. Treat every person as you would treat someone who's closest to you. Your own mother, your own father, your sibling, your closest friend, and even yourself. When that perspective guides your actions, it shapes not only what you do, but how others experience your care. Class of 2026, take a moment and look around you. Look, okay, Simon says. These are the individuals who've been your community, your support, and your strength. This is your final gathering as students. When you leave this chapel, you move forward as colleagues and as partners in the work of caring for others. You share a responsibility that extends beyond any one of you, and we're proud to entrust you with this honor. As you prepare to be hooded today, consider what this moment represents. It reflects the responsibility you now carry to advance healing and to contribute to a future where health is within reach for all. You move forward supported by those who came before you and connected to those who will depend on your care. So my charge to you is this: be steadfast in your pursuit of excellence. Be purposeful in your commitment to serving others, and remain grounded in the humanity that led you to this path. The world's been waiting for you. Step forward with courage, care with intention, and know how proud we are of all that you've accomplished. Congratulations, class of 2026. At this time, I'd like to recognize our esteemed emeritus faculty, whose years of dedication to medical education, research, and patient care have left a lasting legacy. Their contributions have shaped generations of physicians, including all of you sitting here today. First, Dr. Gregory Kucera, for 35 years of service to the university and its School of Medicine in the departments of cancer medicine and cancer biology, for his significant contributions to all missions of academic medicine, for impacting generations of students, residents, and fellows as a gifted educator, for expertise as a successful researcher, resulting in patients, numerous publications, and presenting locally, nationally, and internationally, for his exceptional collaborations, and for his influential leadership as evidenced by an outstanding record of recognitions, awards, and a long list of achievements. Dr. Kucera. Next, I'd like to recognize Dr. Brenda Latham Sadler for 35 years of distinguished service to the university and its School of Medicine in the Department of Family and Community Medicine, for her deep and enduring commitment to all missions of academic medicine, including the compassionate and equitable care for all patients, for her lifelong dedication to encouraging, mentoring, and supporting underrepresented students, residents, and faculty, for her service as an assistant dean, associate dean, and senior associate dean for justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, for caring enough to challenge and help transform the medical school into a more welcoming and inclusive place for all, for her steadfast commitment to the Winston-Salem community, and for her influential leadership evidenced by an extraordinary record of recognitions, awards, and lasting achievements that have shaped generations of learners and colleagues. Our faculty play an essential role in shaping the future of medicine, and today we celebrate those who have gone above and beyond their dedication to teaching, mentorship, and innovation. Please join me in recognizing this year's Dean's Excellence in Education Award recipients for their outstanding contributions to medical education. Would all award recipients please rise so that we may acknowledge you? Okay, it's now my great honor to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Julie Ann Freischlag. Dr. Freischlag is a remarkable leader whose impact on academic medicine, surgery, and on this institution has been truly extraordinary. Following her tenure as Dean of Wake Forest University School of Medicine from 2018 to 2023, she also served as Executive Vice President for Health Affairs at Wake Forest University and Chief Academic Officer of Advocate Health, as well as CEO of Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist. During her time as Dean, she helped lead our school through a period of significant growth and transformation. She strengthened our research enterprise, expanded opportunities for learners and faculty, and helped lay the foundation for our historic expansion to Charlotte and the realization of our one school, two campuses vision. Many of the opportunities this class has experienced during their medical education were shaped directly by her leadership and vision. Nationally, Dr. Freischlag has spent years of her career opening doors and redefining what leadership across all of medicine nationally can look like. She was the first woman to serve as chair of surgery at Johns Hopkins University and has led many of the nation's most respected surgical and academic organizations, including serving as president of the American College of Surgeons and chair of the Association of American Medical Colleges. She's an internationally recognized vascular surgeon, a member of the National Academy of Medicine, and a prolific scholar whose contributions have helped shape the future of surgery and academic medicine. But what has always distinguished Dr. Freischlag is not simply the positions she's held, but the way she has led people throughout every stage of her career. She leads with authenticity, courage, generosity, and a deep belief in the potential of others. Throughout her career, she's invested in students, trainees, faculty, and future leaders, helping people see possibilities in themselves that they may not have yet seen on their own. Her legacy is not only found in the institutions she helped shape, but in the people she encouraged, mentored, and inspired along the way. She's reminded us all that great physicians are not defined by only technical excellence, but also by compassion, humility, resilience, and a willingness to lift others as they climb. I can think of no better person to remind us what courageous, compassionate leadership in medicine truly looks like today. Please join me in warmly welcoming our keynote speaker, Dr. Julie Ann Freischlag.
So, good afternoon. It's unusual for me to be standing here as your visiting speaker, as I sort of kind of retired in December. But congratulations to all of you. And It's such an honor to be back here. This place holds such memories for me of the 9, soon to be 10 years that I was able to help lead and participate with Wake Forest University School of Medicine and to live in Winston-Salem. My husband and I did move back to Maryland in December, living next door to my son and a 19-month-old and a 2-month-old, and you think you were a lot of trouble. Oh my goodness, they're a lot of fun and exhausting to make that happen. So 50 years ago today, I started medical school. Whoa. As I walked in, she asked me to go to the line with the graduates, and I started dancing. That was great, because I am 71, right? So at 21, I started off to medical school. And I'm sure you're thinking back to when you started medical school, probably not quite 50 years ago, maybe it was 4 or 5 or 6. I remember how excited I was then, and I also remember the day in Orchestra Hall in Chicago where now you're doing it again. You're going off to a place that you wonder what will happen. And your journey is going to be amazing because I had no idea I would be doing what I've been doing throughout my career, and it's been so exciting. You've accomplished a lot. Your journey is amazing. And when I asked my speechwriter, Catherine Files, who has made me sound marvelous the last 10 years, how I should connect this, and she suggested that we talk about the Artemis II mission. What a great idea. I don't know about you, but I had no idea that was happening until all of a sudden they were taken off, right? They didn't really tell us, and maybe I wasn't paying attention, right, to do it. But here we had this historic 10-day journey around the moon. They had spent years, like you have, preparing, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, reaching a new record in human space flight and lunar exploration. Many of us had to try to remember the last time we were up there, right, and what happened to do that. We were inspired by their sense of wonder, their curiosity, their joy, and we saw the power of teamwork in action. When they reconnected with Earth, Christina Koch, the NASA astronaut and mission specialist, had a profound message, and I quote her: "We will explore, we will build ships, we will visit again, we will construct science outposts, we will drive rovers, we will do radio astronomy, we will found companies, we will bolster industry, we will inspire, but ultimately, we will always choose Earth. We will always choose each other." So my message today is to tell you about choosing each other. You have chosen each other through this journey as you finished medical school, and I want to tell you that my success and everything I've been able to do and accomplish is based on the relationships I have made with patients, colleagues, family, and friends. Those relationships shape our journey, our success, and you as physicians, scientists, and people have that incredible skill to form those relationships. Because as a physician, that's what comes first, is the relationship, and then it's what you're going to do, say, or proceed with. Just as those astronauts ventured into the unknown together, you're embarking on your own journey, one filled with challenges, discoveries, and achievements. And frankly, you have no idea what's going to happen come July, right? You're ready to go. You may have your apartment, you may have moved, you may have everything all set, but boy, you're going to walk into that new environment. Dr. Wente and Dr. Bilwer have already talked about how important teamwork is. When I began my surgery internship at UCLA, there were 26 of us that showed up, and they fired 19 of us at the end of the year. It was called a pyramidal program, and they only took 6. However, at the dinner, there were 7 of us, and that got me really confused. But luckily, they told Vern they still weren't quite sure about him in front of hundreds of people. This was resilience back in the 80s. And even though we were competing that whole year, because we knew only 6, AKA 7, Vern's a great surgical oncologist now, we knew we had to work together as a team to take care of those patients, because it was quite different in how we managed medical teams at that time. We had to learn how to run a team in the hospital. We didn't have a computer. We didn't have a cell phone. We had a beeper that occasionally went off, and you had to call a number, and sometimes they actually answered it. One time I had a call that said, "Code blue, code blue, code blue." And I said, "Okay," and they hung up. You know, I didn't know where it was. So you had to learn how to run these teams. And I remember a couple of patients I'd like to tell you about, because you're going to remember a couple of patients this year too. When I was on the GI service, we had a patient, a 70-year-old man who came in with a liver cancer, and he was going to have his resection the next day. I went to visit him. This is in 1980. I examined him, and he had pneumonia, bad pneumonia. He did have a mass in his liver, and he also had no white blood cells, and he looked really sick. So I called the attending physician, and I said, "I don't know what's wrong with this wonderful man, but he's really sick. And I know we think he has a liver tumor, but I don't know what's in his lungs, and he has no white cells." He was the first man diagnosed with HIV following a coronary artery bypass graft 2 years before, where he had gotten a blood transfusion. So he had a Kaposi sarcoma, pneumocystis, and low white count. We didn't take out his tumor, treated him for AIDS at that time. But oh my goodness, if we hadn't paid attention, if we hadn't looked and spoke to him, we were the one hospital where HIV was diagnosed initially at UCLA in the 80s. It reminded me of what all you went through with COVID in a whole different way. Many people could be identified at risk for it, where COVID, it was everybody, especially older people, younger people, and those with other diseases. When I was an intern that year also, we were putting a peritoneal catheter in a patient in the ICU at the VA, and I was helping a student help me do the procedure. And unfortunately, a number 1 vicryl needle went right through my hand. This was an HIV patient also. And I sat there with a great big breath, knowing, whoa, this is the risk of what we do. Obviously, I survived, but that was really hard to know I had just been stuck with an HIV needle with no treatment in sight. I didn't get sick, and you're going to be exposed to all sorts of things as you are a physician. You need to have that positive attitude and going forward to realize that these are the lessons you learn along the way. We also did new procedures. It was the first time we did a distal bypass where we took a vein from the top part of the leg all the way down to the foot. And we were able to do that with a surgeon I met who was with us from Australia. And years later, when I came back to be division chief at UCLA of the vascular division, that patient was still there with that graft still open and working to make it happen. You're going to be that person that's going to do new procedures, new findings, using AI, making it all happen. But that patient remembered me because I was the one that watched over him so closely in his post-op period. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're the only one there, because in my class, I was the only woman. I was only the 6th woman to finish in the whole class. I was only the 6th woman to become a vascular surgeon in the country. And you're going to feel sometimes they're all watching you. They probably are. And you need to do your best to take good care of that patient and take good care of yourself. So what are the rules to do this? What are the lessons that you need to do? You need to listen. You need to listen to your patients, to each other, your family, everyone. Listen first before you start talking. And I'm a big talker, so I've had to practice that really hard, right, to do it. And really know your team. Develop those relationships. I still know the interns and residents I trained with. I'm going back to UCLA to give a lecture, the Longmire Lecture in June. He was the first chair of surgery there. And today, really yesterday, I was getting ice at the hotel. This is true, okay? And a woman was standing there with her child. And she goes, "Hi, Dr. Freischlag." And I'm like, "Hi, who are you?" You know, but what you say with that is, "Nice to see you," okay? So then you don't know. And Catherine was my third-year medical student on my service back in 2002, right when I was chief of vascular before I went to Hopkins. She remembered me because she rotated on our service. She's a trauma surgeon now. I remembered her when she talked to me because her dad had been head of radiation oncology for 40 years. And here she's at Grayland. So I did say, "What are you doing here?" And her stepson is graduating from Wake Forest University tomorrow. So here they are. And she remembered me nicely to say that she was so great that I influenced her way. The last patient I'm going to tell you about is the next journey you'll have. As you step out of training, when I finished general surgery and vascular, I went down to UCSD to be a vascular surgeon. And I was 32 years old, the only woman on faculty. And I went in to see a wonderful patient, Grandma Parker. Grandma Parker was 72 years old. I'm 71. I guess she looked like me then, right? And she had an abdominal aortic aneurysm, which is very unusual for women to have. And she needed it fixed, and we only could do it open. She was there with her family, a couple daughters, a son, and boy, interrogation plus, right? Because I knew what I was doing, but they weren't sure. They asked me how many I had done. They'll ask you that too. Where did you train? Are you sure you can do this? Are you sure there's somebody else that shouldn't be fixing her aneurysm? And I just sat there and said, I can take care of it. Grandma Parker looked at me and she said, "I want her to take care of my aneurysm." I said, "Go, Grandma." Okay. So we did her case, of course, anxious as can be. Everything went perfectly fine. About a month after the operation, when she came to see me in clinic, she had embroidered a handkerchief for me of 2 doves with a heart. I framed that, and that sits at my bedside table to this day, remembering Grandma Parker. But the most important thing came about 4 months later, and I got it on today. This was a bracelet her family sent me, and it says, "Dear Dr. Julie," because a lot of people had trouble with that Freischlag thing, okay? "Dear Dr. Julie, with love and gratitude, Grandma Parker and her family, 1988. These are the kind of things that you go do what we do for, is to take good care of that patient, take care of yourself, but always remember where you came from. And on really bad days, I put on my Grandma Parker bracelet, and that's when I can go tell everybody exactly what we're going to do today as a CEO, CAO, or whatever it is. So you need to not only listen, know your team, make those tough decisions for yourself and your family, invite others along. As you all know, I always have a student or a resident or someone with me. Our college student who was my presidential intern a few years ago just graduated from Maryland, University of Maryland Med School, Aiden, number 1 in the class, Susan, down there. And he's going to be a vascular surgeon. And you don't have to be a vascular surgeon if you know me, but it helps, okay? And I got to go to his graduation and have dinner with his family. Always invite others along the way and have joy. And one last story, just up when we were up there, one of the winners of the Education Award told me she knew me when she was a third-year medical student at Hopkins. She actually knew me because I came into an operation where someone had cut an artery in half, and I came in and fixed it. And she said many people asked, was she nice? And this is when I would chair surgery. And she said, yeah, she was. Do I remember it? Of course I do. We had to sew really fast, okay. And the last thing I'll tell you is just be really brave. Say yes to all these new opportunities. I wouldn't be here if I had no idea I was going to be CEO, CAO, dean. I wanted to be a good vascular surgeon, a good person, take care of Grandma Parker, and have a great relationship with my family. And I hope you too will have your kids one day could say you could move in next door. The only thing I have found, my husband and I, is we are told we are not organic enough and that we need to change what we eat. Other than that, we have told them we look mighty fine and that I will eat what I want. But at their house, it's pretty organic. So last, I have a motto for you when you're starting something new, which I'm doing this now too, adjusting to being an ambassador in leadership and then eventually retiring, even though most people laugh when I say that, is when you're starting something new, just like those astronauts, yes, I know I can do it, and I'm off. So go do that. Wake Forest University School of Medicine 2026, you are off to start your new adventure. And when you do, remember to choose each other. Choose that team. Develop those relationships, because when you have those tough days, those relationships will get you through. And when you have those great days, those relationships will celebrate with you. And when you do this, you'll reach new heights far beyond what any of us could achieve alone. And I wish you all the luck in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Freischlag, for that wonderful address. Now I invite President Wente to present the honorary degree for conferral.
Based on all that was cited in Dean Boulware's introduction, as a model servant leader, as an exemplary physician scientist, as a colleague, and as a friend, it is recommended that Julie A. Freischlag, Dr. Julie A. Freischlag, be awarded the honorary degree of Doctor of Science. Therefore, upon the recommendation of the University Senate and with the approval of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you, Dr. Julie A. Freischlag, the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa, and I now ask Dean Ebony Boulware to invest you with the university's hood. Congratulations.
I'd now like to introduce Captain Arjun Chatterjee, a professor of medicine, pediatrics, and molecular medicine and translational science. He will MC the administration of the oath of office.
I use my notes. President Wente, Dean Boulware, shipmates, graduating students, family and guests, thank you for allowing me to join you today. I'm currently the Reserve Pacific Fleet Surgeon, serving out of Oahu, dealing with activities in the Indian Ocean. You can use your imagination. Today, these graduating students are going to make a life-changing medical oath in which they commit themselves in the spirit of pro humanitate to lives of service to their fellow humans. One of your colleagues today is going to make an additional commitment to service. In her case, to our country, to our national security. In the future, she'll lead the military health system in times of peace, competition, crisis, and I hope not, but conflict as well. And if you'll indulge me, one of Your colleagues who graduated a number of years ago, the very first person to administer this oath to was on the USS John P. Murtha. In the spirit of Dr. Fleischlag's story about the Artemis mission, one of you was on the Murtha providing medical support to those astronauts when they were picked up at sea after they returned. And just a super proud moment for me as the first person I administered the oath of office to, but also that's the kind of future you have, all of you. Today we're going to do a time-honored tradition in which we promote an ensign to a lieutenant through the administration of the oath of office for commissioned officers in the U.S. military. You got to pin on a new rank. So today we're recognizing Ensign McKenna Gallagher, front and center. For any retired, currently commissioned officers, please stand. Attention to orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the United States Navy, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Ensign McKenna Gallagher. In view of these special qualities and her demonstrated potential to serve in the Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, Ensign McKenna Gallagher will be promoted to the grade of Lieutenant, Medical Corps, United States Navy. Repeat after me. I, McKenna Gallagher, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Would the family members please come forward and put on her new rank, please? The good news is these aren't the ones with the pins, because those hurt. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant McKenna Gallagher, Medical Corps, United States Navy. Congratulations. All right, that concludes the promotion ceremony. I'd like to invite to the podium Dr. Alan Bertoni. Dr. Bertoni is the Interim Vice Dean of Undergraduate Medical Education here at the Wake Forest University School of Medicine.
Good afternoon. Candidates for and holders of master's degrees and doctor's degrees wear hoods over their robes. The hood symbolizes a heavy burden. The hood identifies the level of the degree, the field of learning, and the institution which awards it. The color of the trim declares the major field of learning. Forest green represents medicine. The colors that line the hood identify the university awarding the degree, Wake Forest. The hood signifies many things, including the transition from student to practitioner of the medical arts and holder of the title doctor. In medieval Latin, doctor meant teacher, and over time this became linked to the idea that physicians educate patients, thus empowering them to participate in their own healing. I would like to extend this idea a little further. To be effective teachers and practitioners of medicine, doctors must make a commitment to lifelong learning, scholarship, and academic engagement. Medicine is a tremendously rewarding field that is constantly changing. Over your lifetime, there will be new advances, new treatments, new discoveries, and new approaches to providing care for your patients. At the end of some days, this will feel like a heavy burden. It will require a commitment to learning, studying, and delivering the latest advances and the most up-to-date care. You will burn the midnight oil, but it will also be a unique privilege. And as a Wake Forest graduate, your pursuit of patient-centered care will be a driving force in your future. Congratulations to each of you on this tremendous accomplishment, and thanks to all those who supported you as you made your way down the long road of medical education. This year, we'll be having 4 faculty hood the students, 2 from our Winston-Salem campus and 2 from our Charlotte campus. And I will introduce them now. Dr. David Mullins is from our Winston-Salem campus, and he is the Associate Dean for the Pre-Clerkship Education Program. He's a professor of microbiology and immunology, and an exemplary medical educator, and also a well-published cancer immunologist. Dr. Amish Shah is from our Charlotte campus, and he is the Associate Dean for Student Affairs and an Associate Professor of Pediatrics. When he's not treating kids in the Children's Hospital, he is meeting with, advising, supporting, and helping students on campus to navigate the complexities of medical school. His passion and commitment to mentorship and teaching has been recognized through numerous teaching awards, both as a medical student teacher and a resident and fellow teacher. Dr. Timothy Peters is from our Winston-Salem campus, and he is the Associate Dean for the Longitudinal Curriculum, and he is a Professor of Pediatrics. He has been a Wake Forest faculty member for over 25 years and devoted much of his career to medical education. A particular passion of his is the Medical Student Research Program, and in his spare time, he studies vaccines. Dr. Kathy Wares is from our Charlotte campus, and she's the Associate Dean of Clinical Education and an Associate Professor of Emergency Medicine. Her dedication to teaching and mentorship has been recognized with multiple awards, including Excellence in Simulation-Based Education, Excellence in Teaching, Outstanding Academician, and the James Edwin Byron Distinguished Faculty Mentor Awards. We are thrilled to have these 4 phenomenal faculty members play such a vital role in this year's MD hooding ceremony. I would now like to invite Dr. Darrell Rosenbaum, Senior Associate Dean for Medical School Admissions, to read the names of our candidates for graduation.
It was indeed a privilege to welcome you to the School of Medicine, and it is truly an honor now to introduce each of you as you leave what was hopefully your dream school and move on to your true dream job. I'll announce each candidate. They'll come up, receive their hood. That'd be a great time to cheer, hoot and holler. But after they receive their hood, I'll prepare to announce the next candidate. Yusuf Muhammad Abu Tabel. Elsa Catarina Acosta. Morgan Lee Agner. Emily Patton Alexander. Samantha Preeti Aloysius. Elena George Alzabak. Darman Anandarajan. Emily Elizabeth Antelika. Sierra Armstrong. Elizabeth Ann Azar. William Michael Barker. Logan Nicole Bearfield. Jacob Jonathan Bati. Mark Avery Bishop. Emmanuel Vanessa Camille. Emily Chang. Harrison Grady Chase. Kylie Brown Church. Maya Shakadrian Clamp. Jane Breathour Cleland. Angelica Coelho. Joseph Arnold Crisatello. Nicholas Daniel de la Osa. Brianna Denny. Natalie Simone DeRoche. Eliza Josephine Dewey. Mabel Claire Donahue. Mame Donko Moore. Natalie Cheng Dragnev. Samantha Gabriela Echeverria. Isaac Edelman Munoz. Lauren Brooke Ellis. Lydia Lucille Faber. Lillian Daniela Galarza Paez. Nicholas Albert Gallardo. Gianna Marie Gambino. Tiffany Gandhi Kumar. Julio Orlando Garcia. Victoria Nicole Garcia. Simisola Badageshin. Adrian Quinn Gingrich. Sophia Griff. Jonathan Daniel Grotoff. Mia Elizabeth Gazinski. Matthew Stewart Gwilt. Rasik Nair Hamid. Zaid Muhammad Huck. Maddie Grace Harris. Garrett William Hill. Madison Lee Hinson. Caroline Holland. Madeline Victoria Hosking. Lauren Daniela Hostetler. Wesley Hayden Yobst. Lauren Dedman Jonas. Blake Warren Jones. Bree Sumrall Jones. Hindo Kamanda. Sydney Rose Carr. Zechariah Lee Kearns. Zohaib Rahan Kawaja. Deborah Joo-hee Kim. Nicholas Reed Karitsis. Brian Alexander Kirk. Samuel Nevins Kearse. Lucas Allen Cleaver. Noah Isaiah Kraus. Alexandra Jennings Kriegel. Irene Kuriakos. Nicole Kiprianu. Bonnie Etta Langen. Olivia Catherine Lamont. Phoebe Nicole Livingston. Stephen Quinton Loy. Allison Leaders. Salvatore James Lumia. Samantha Alyssa Martinez. Bailey Christine McCollum. Aaron Daniel McFarlane. Brigham Brian Roddy McKee. Jackson Porter Midland. Spencer Malanik. Christina Goucher Molkenthin. Megan Umputu Mukenge. Trevor Ryan Nash. Lauren Alexandra Arredondo Neal. Kelly Taylor Needles. Chioma Enedima Ngena. Aaliyah Othman. Jacqueline Whittemore Palermo. Gino Patel. Lily Catherine Penaloza. Ashley Nicole Phoenix. Luke Jonathan Plaisted. Mark Gennadievich Pedgaisky. Milan Trichet Quinn. Dominic Raul Quiros. Eileen Manami Shioda Reed. Garrett Riley Reed. Christian Kathleen Rivas. Rainer Rodolfo Rodriguez. Elena Grace Saab. Emily Erin Sadi. Braden Vincent Saba. Richard Mark Samia. Nicole Lynn Santella. Kartik Jatin Shah. Alexander Lucius Sinks. Colton James Smith. Molly Hannah Sohn. Stephen Jeffrey Sokolowski. Maggie Elizabeth Steinbach. Anna Avenger Stipe. Jackson Lewis Sullivan. Malini Suresh Nair. Gabriella Nemet Tagian. Zijun Tan. Evelyn Rose Taylor. Caitlin Marge Tedeschi. Christina Isabel Vega. Isabella Wong. Noah Lewis Weinstein. Angelina Helen Wyatter. Warren Randall Taylor Wolf III. Avery Zona Wright. Maria Tien Xia. Eric Zeng. Brandon James Zhang. Elizabeth Catherine Zieser-Meisenheimer. McKenna Elizabeth Gallagher.
Almost there, almost there. You're all dressed up and ready. I ask President Susan Wente to please join me for the conferral of the degrees. Will the 2026 candidates for the Doctor of Medicine please stand? President Wente, it is with pleasure that I present them to you on behalf of the faculty of the School of Medicine for the conferral of their degree.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of Dean Boulware and the faculty of the School of Medicine, and upon successful completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Medicine. Congratulations.
Congratulations, congratulations. Please welcome Dr. Carter Gray, class of 1999, and Secretary of the Medical Alumni Association, to lead us in the physician's oath. You're going to have to stand again, so.
Good afternoon. At this time, I invite our students, as well as all physicians with us today, to please stand. And in unison, we will recite the physician's oath, which can be found in your program. Now, being admitted to the profession of medicine, I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give respect and gratitude to my deserving teachers. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and life of my patients will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. My colleagues will be as my family. I will allow no considerations to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will, under all circumstances, use my knowledge in the service of humanity. These promises I make freely and upon my honor. You may be seated. And congratulations. And on behalf of our more than 12,000 MD and house staff alumni, I welcome you, our newest members, to the Medical Alumni Association of Wake Forest University School of Medicine.
Class of 2026, today you have officially joined one of the most trusted and meaningful professions in the world. You've stood together and now recited the physician's oath. With those words, you've become part of something far greater than yourselves, a community of physicians unified by a shared commitment to care for others and to serve humanity. Today is a celebration of everything you've accomplished and everyone who's helped you reach this moment. It's also a celebration of the future that now lies before you. As I look out at you, I see extraordinary talent, compassion, resilience, and promise. I see physicians who will care for patients in moments of fear and uncertainty. I see future researchers, educators, innovators, and leaders who will help shape the future of medicine and improve the lives of countless people and communities. You now enter a profession that will continue to evolve, and you will help shape what comes next. But no matter how much medicine changes, people will always need physicians who listen, who lead with integrity, who bring compassion and humanity into the moments that matter most. Your knowledge will save lives, but your humanity will change them. Class of 2026, we're so incredibly proud of you. Proud of the physicians you've become, and proud of the leaders we know you will be. May you continue to lead with courage, serve with compassion, and carry forward a true pro humanitate spirit throughout your lives and careers. And now, for the very first time, it's my honor to say, congratulations, doctors. To close us with a prayer of benediction, I now welcome to the podium the Reverend Monet Rice-Jalot, Senior Associate University Chaplain of Wake Forest University.
Receive now these words of benediction. Go forth from this place affirmed and empowered to be relentless in your pursuit of excellence, unwavering in your commitment to service, and grounded in compassion as you pursue not merely careers, but callings. This is vocational work, and you have proven yourselves fit to run towards human suffering. You have proven that you are fit to stand at the intersection of knowledge and mercy, to bear witness to both fragility and resilience, to choose again and again the sacred responsibility of caring for humanity. So go forth, and may you never lose your capacity to wonder at the elegance of science, the brilliance of discovery, and the enduring mystery of the human spirit. May your hands be skilled, your minds disciplined, and your hearts tender enough to remember that healing is not only found in treatment, but also in your presence. May you carry your authority with humility, your knowledge with integrity, and your influence with honor. Go forth from this place now in peace, in wisdom, in hope, as you heal, discover, serve, and bend our world ever closer towards wholeness. Go forth in peace, and may it all be so.